In a stellar performance as a co-main feature, Saturday night, January 13th, Christian Mbilli, super middleweight contender, rose to put his wares on display before an international audience on the ESPN televised bout where the main event was Artur Beterbiev taking on Callum Smith for the unified light heavyweight championship of the world. Mbilli has popped up on the radar over the past couple of years like a Tasmanian devil, and he did not disappoint with a sixth-round destruction over Rohan Murdock. Mbilli is on a path as a number one contender in the WBC to face possibly Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed champion at the division. However, what is to be taken note of is the fact that Mbilli is an action, all-out fighter. Fast hands, quick feet, aggression, the ability to punch in bunches, and is not afraid of contact. Rohan Murdock found that out very quickly, and though he was defiant as Mbilli attacked him head on, his record now drops to 27-3 with 19 KOs. He was a sturdy customer. He took as much as he possibly could from Mbilli, who was more than happy to oblige. Uppercuts, overhand rights, wide winging hooks, punches to the body, punches to the head. Mbilli was on top of Murdock as a bad suit is on a guy on an old Easter. But the thing about it was, Murdock offered not much in return. Once in a while, he was throwing countering shots. Some caught Mbilli cleanly, who was undeterred. And it appears, as I found out with his match last year against Carlos Gongora, he can take a punch. But I think that he was more determined about what his ambition was in this fight, and that was to walk down Murdock and give him everything that he had offensively. And thus, with his sixth round stoppage, his record improves to 26-0 with 22 KOs. He looks quite the bit like someone that boxing fans would like to see in championship opportunities. But will he be the type of fighter that Canelo Alvarez will look at? I'm thinking that's quite a long shot, because when you have fighters who are hungry, aggressive, youthful, like Mbilli, what happens is Canelo is looking to maximize his earning potentials against particularly selected opponents, and not necessarily against the real dangers and threats. So where does that leave Mbilli? I'll tell you, his options, even though in a post-fight interview he spoke of doing almost anything he could to take on Canelo Alvarez, he very well may have to take on one of the other super middleweights that people have been clamoring to see Canelo face. Could that possibly be the likes of Caleb Plant in a rematch? If it doesn't happen with Canelo, possibly. Could it be possibly David Benavidez? Could it be David Morrell? One of the things that you have to look at when it comes down to it is Mbilli is dangerous. How he comes in, the aggression that he fights behind, is very much crowd pleasing, but it is tough to prepare for. I spoke of him reminding me of a miniature super middleweight Ike Abiabuchi. He's rugged, he's tough, he has skills, but his aggression sometimes put the skills on the back burner as he just wants to engage and mix it up. Definitely a crowd-pleasing style, but against better, more experienced fighters who can see the openings. They could target them and he could be most vulnerable. Against Gongora, it was that situation. Gongora hurt Mbilli at one point during their classic fight, and it took his resolve and the fact that he had the tenacity to weather the storm and come back against Gongora that put us in mind of, oh, this is a man that we would definitely like to see fight for a title. And so with that type of performance, and then to come back in the public's eye this past Saturday with the type of performance that he did, his name is getting hotter and hotter on the list of most desired fighters, must-see TV fighters. Is that enough to make Canelo pick up the phone? Or will Canelo go a different way? I'm inclined to believe the latter, because these type of fighters, they usually burn like a comet across the sky and then they fizzle out. And Mbilli, with whomever he faces over the next 2 years of his career, they're going to be in for quite a match. Just ask Rohan Murdock, as he took everything that he could before finally succumbing to the Tasmanian devil and Christian Mbilli. He's definitely one to watch, and he gives you everything when he's in there battling it out. A guy that you can't wait to see again. Christian Mbilli is someone that does deserve a title shot, but will he get it anytime soon? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about Christian Mbilli, and should Canelo Alvarez give him a much-deserved title shot? Let's discuss. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.